see your pussy. Everybody says it's nice. Can I come
Hold this phone or is it yours?
That's all. Alright, hang on to it. It's recording now.
I have it in my hand.
Give us that, Rich.
I can hardly wait to feel that.
Hey.
Which one do I get? I get this one? I'll take this one. It's awesome. Shorter than the other one? That's good, I'm sure. You know about this. Hold on, I wrote down what I was going to say. Not really. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeast infections. Awesome. Okay, so, sorry. I was going to talk about black squirrels, because I heard someone talk about black squirrels, we didn't talk about their nuts, which was weird to me, but that's cool. Whatever. BDN. Okay, so, yeah, I'm going to talk about a time when I was, married. Yeah, I know it's okay. I'm divorced now. Which, that's the only good thing about marriage. It's divorce. Because you're married and you're just like this, and then you're divorced and you're just like this, just like, That's why I hump everything, I'm divorced. Anybody that humps inanimate objects, or people asleep, they're divorced. Oh, good, we're down with the rape. Okay, awesome. That opens up a whole new field for me of jokes about people who are sound sleepers. Or light sleepers that wake up in the middle. But that's okay, we can get to that later. Okay, so I'm on my honeymoon with the woman that I married. Never marry someone only because they have a nice ass. No matter how nice the ass is, I made this mistake. But anyway, I was married a virgin. I used to be, well, I'm still kind of Mormon. I go to church, but I'm hungover when I go to church now. So, I'm still a Mormon, but I got married as a virgin. And so, on my honeymoon, we did all the stuff you're supposed to do. But when we got back from our honeymoon, my mouth hurt really bad. So I went and saw the doctor, and I had something called thrush. I don't know if any of you know what this is. It's a yeast infection in your mouth. Which is kind of like what my marriage was. My marriage was like a yeast infection in your mouth for 10 years. There's sores, you can't swallow, you're constantly spending money on like things that taste horrible Anyway, yeah, so I had a yeast infection for 10 years, but then I don't have that anymore, I'm divorced. So. Oh, applause for that, yeah, get it, I love that. Okay. I'm going to tell about another time that I made some oral mistakes. So I had oral that was the first time I had oral. I got a yeast infection in my mouth. And no lie, that's a true story. First time. So like 5-6 years later when I did it for my second time, it was way better, and then it got better and better to the point where now I'm kind of cool with it. And I'm going to tell you about a time that I got sex-ported. I don't know if any of you know what sex-porting is, but it's special. It's when, okay, so let me set up the scene. I'm with a girl, right? I know. My mom's very happy about that, the whole me liking girls thing, because it's really kind of on the fence. Anyway, so I'm with a girl. We're doing 69. I'm on the bottom. This is not get on top of a 69. This is not top 69 stuff right here. I feel like I can't see you guys. Let me move this. Now I can see you guys. Even better. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm on the bottom of a 69 because I feel like sometimes, like I'm just like a pillow with a small penis. Like that's kind of what I am. So it's nice for the ladies if you're on top of a 69 with me. Because you get that. That's also the name of my next sex tape coming out, Pillow with a Small Penis. So, I'm on the bottom. This is important to the story. Her knees are here. My arms are on the outside. This is important. So remember this for later. My arms are on the outside because I like to touch shit when I do sexual things, you know? Because this girl's actually attractive, so I wanted to like grab things. But had very strong thighs. Also important for the next part, very strong thighs that were here, like here and here, her knees and her thighs and everything else. So anyway, that was the first time I experienced a woman squirting. Now, if you're doing the math, you realize I'm at the bottom with no hands, like T-Rexing, like, ah! So she's squirting, and I didn't know this about you ladies that squirt. It's forceful. It is legit forceful. So it's shooting down my throat. up my nose with force, like painfully. Like, I don't know if you ever had the dentist actually make a mistake and squirt a little bit up your nose, and you're like, ah! Like that, but like longer. So it's pooling in my eyes. I'm laying there. I have two options, two distinct options. This girl was not big. She was like a little girl, not like a little girl. She was smaller. So I could have easily taken her and thrown her. But again, you're having sex with me, you don't deserve to be thrown. You deserve like a medal or a chimichanga or something nice. Not to get fucking thrown against my wall. Option two. Just die gracefully. I'm like, you know what? I'm 40, I've had a good run. This is how I want to go out anyway. Like, people will talk about this shit for years. Like, remember Tom? Oh yeah, the one that drowned in that girl? Yeah, we all remember Tom. That guy's amazing. Did I tell you my name? My name's Tom Graper, so you're welcome for that. So anyway, I'm on the bottom of 69, dying. Is that where we're at that right now? Okay, so I'm dying right now. And I decide I'm just going to let this go, because if I die, good way to go. If I don't die, I'm probably getting it again. Yeah, so that's pretty important to me too, because I don't have as much sex as people think. I know. Yeah, I do. I mean, it's not much with a partner, but whatever. And so, I'm dying, and this girl, a saint. This one's a saint. She lifted her leg, and so I was able to, like, move my head to the side and let all the fluid literally just fall out. It just fell out of my head. And then she jumped up, grabbed a towel. Yeah, it's marriage material right here. And handed it to me and said, there you go. Sorry about that.
Keep her.
Right, yeah, keep her. I proposed and she said no, but that's a whole other sad story. And I will cry myself to sleep alone at night while I'm watching The Notebook. Which was hard to come out tonight because there's a storm. And when there's a storm, I like to open the windows and watch The Notebook. And cry. And just cry. And just cry. And just cry. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, you ain't.
But not really.
About The Notebook. About The Notebook. I'm not. I love that fucking movie, dude, and it's sad, too. Someone stole it. Someone stole my DVD copy of that. Or Black guy. Okay, well, we know who that is. BDN. Later we'll get into what BDN stands for. Hashtag BDN. So anyway, so the gal, the marriage material I was with, hands me a towel and says, are you okay? And I say, yeah, I'm fine. Did you just squirt? Did you squirt? And because I've never had that happen. And she proceeds to tell me, I don't know, I think so. What'd you think it was? I should have said, love juice. And you love me, baby. But what I said was, I thought it was pee. She was so sweet, then not sweet. She was really upset with me at the time, after she almost killed me because of the love juice. Wait, hold on. What am I talking about next? Ooh, safe words. I don't know if you guys have safe words when you have sex. You guys have the safe word, whatever that word might be. Okay, I haven't had a girl say the safe word to me in over 2 months. So either I'm not doing it right, which I'm worried about because I like to push those limits because that's how I roll. Or the new gag brand I'm using is just working out really well. Nah, actually, I just say words. They're like condoms. When you're done, you're like, I should have used one of those. But yeah, I didn't. I don't use either one. What am I talking about next? Okay. This story's kind of long, and I'm sorry for that. To start out with. There was a time where I went to South Dakota. This is my South Dakota story. It's special. Anybody that knows me really well knows my South Dakota story because it's fun and scary and sad and a lot of things. A friend of mine DJs, and he's actually really good. So he got to go to Sioux Falls, South Dakota to open this new club, and he got to bring 3 friends. And I got to be one of those friends. I got to be like his entourage. So I was really, really excited. So we went to this club, and the club was amazing. Fantastic. We went to an after party. I ended up in a jacuzzi with this gay guy's wife. That was weird. But then we ended up at the hotel we were at. It was me, my 2 buddies, and these 2, I'm gonna call them girls. They weren't attractive or humanish. They were. One of them was like so ugly. I can't even. There's not words to describe how ugly she was. Like crazy ugly. And then she had a much uglier friend with her. And it was. We were very, very drunk. I can't remember the amount of alcohol we had. Imagine if a hobo were to find $100 and just go nuts. That's how drunk we were. We're like, oh, wino with $100 that found money. That's how blasted we were. And it got to the point where I think it was like 6, 7 in the morning. And I'm like, guys, I'm just going to bed. So I went to bed. My buddy went to the other bed. Another buddy was already passed out on a chair, but that's not important for the story yet. So we turned the lights out, and then apparently that was attack mode for the females. One just was like, and I'm like, sweetie, calm down. Just give me a blowjob. We've all been there, right? That's what you get when you get attacked by something that you're like, ooh, I don't know. You just ask for a blowjob, and you get that, and then you can go to sleep. Yeah. And she said, I don't know how to give a blowjob. So now I'm drunk, half asleep, not sure if I'm down for what's going on, giving instructions for a blowjob. I don't know if any of you given instructions for a blowjob. I used to teach the 6th grade after school thing. Actually, no, that's a whole other story. That has nothing to do with this. Thank goodness. And so now I'm having to show this girl or tell this girl how to give a blowjob. And what I told her was, and I swear, I stand by this. I said, imagine you're putting anything in your mouth that you're not biting. And that's it. That's all I said. That's all you have to do. Just put it in your mouth and don't bite. That's all. You can there's techniques. Ladies, gay dudes. I'm sure there's techniques. Show a gay dude.
He left.
Whoa! We have a hot mom. That's awesome. Yeah, let's give it up for the hot mom. Hot mom. We still have our black guy, Blanca. We still have our black guy. We're gonna talk about his dick later. It's gonna be a special time. It's just heads up. Spoiler alert! Scares the shit out of me. Just so scary. Soft, hard. It doesn't matter. Just scary ass shit. Does it ruin it if I tell everybody that I call you the human episiotomy? Does that ruin it? The episiotomy maker, the episiotomier, whatever.
Can you define that?
The episiotomator. Oh my gosh.
Can you define that?
Did you hear that? The episiotomator. That's special. Anyway, there's a lot of people in here, other people that have much smaller penises.
It's a big word.
Anyways, that's not important. So, where was I? Oh yeah, the blowjob. So she wasn't down, even though I gave her very detailed instructions. Not down for the blowjob at all. And I'm like, sweetie, just get on top of me. I'm gonna ride this wave, and then we'll be done.
Literally.
And she's like, I'm not comfortable being on top. Which at the time I thought, good. Now I can just go to sleep. That's totally excuse. And my dick's like, no, we're doing this. And I'm like, really? And he's like, oh yeah. Yeah, it's going in. And I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, this happened. So anyway, I roll over, hop on top of her. And when I'm drunk, I usually remember everything I do. Unfortunately, this was one of those times that I remembered everything I did. Because I remembered asking towards the end, are you on some sort of birth control, something like that? And I think she said yes. So that was over. Anyway, the next morning is when the real adventure began. I'm a morning person. I don't sleep very much. I woke up after 3-4 hours because they had a breakfast. Free hotel breakfast is one of my favorite things in the whole world. And I woke up smelling waffles, but still drunk as motherfucker. Like I was lit. I was as drunk as I could still be, even after 3 hours of sleep. So I remembered waking up, looking at my surroundings, which I do often, especially if I'm in a hotel. I looked around, I still saw the person I was with the night before. And I remembered balling up into a little ball and rolling off the bed and landing on my clothes, because I knew they were on the side of the bed. And then I put all my clothes on without getting above the level of the bed as to not wake her up. The last thing I wanted to do was wake her up. I didn't want to wake anybody up. So I put my clothes on, Hey, baby.